this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your daily horoscope and energy reading for Saturday the 5th. And holy shit, do we have a bunch of energy to talk about, and I'm talking good energy. I have not seen a day like this in a really long time. Like, this is just good eating. This is like, I don't know, this is like the most ultimate meal for me, or this is like the ultimate pleasure. This is like the ultimate experience that you can feel. It's just an energetic high to even tune into today's reading. So I'm really excited to actually see what Saturday can bring. Just the mental peace alone is going to be something that you guys are dying to actually hear is going to be part of your life. So let's get started. Today is full of nothing but gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous sextiles. And we even got some amazing trines that will complement these sextiles. So guys, the Moon in Gemini is sextiling Venus in Leo and Mars in Leo, and they are both conjunct. So this is about love. This is about passion. This is about an exchange of a mindset that actually is very stimulating and brings back the passion in something that may have been floundering. It is very, very exciting. This has to do with the past. So at some point, this has to do with somebody from your past, or some encouraging situation that stimulated you to react different than a past related issue. For the most part, you are looking at the past and you're seeing it, even though it could have empty resources, you're seeing it as it for what it is. It isn't, okay. Most of this, what's going to be going on is just the energetic buzz of the moment. You are living in the moment. This has nothing to do with long-term outcomes. I don't see this to be a strong outcome. I see this to be very ego-based. This is just about making you feel freaking off the charts amazing. This is taking what you have before you and utilizing and doing the best that you can. This is a small triumphant overcoming obstacles, right? It's not that end all be all, I've ascended, life is going good from this point on in this particular area. I don't see that. I see, for the most part, you're going to put blinders on. And you're going to enjoy yourself. You're enthusiastic. You're loving. You are, you're living in the moment. You are very passionate about what is happening. It is all fun. It is all associated with some mental peace at that particular moment. It's about small triumphs. It's about just seeing the situation for what it is and feeling good that you are here, that you're blessed to have this moment. It is, when we have small victories, that means we have enough energy to do it again, to have enough hope, to endure, to want more of these great moments. So for the most part, we need lots of little moments to get us through the hump. Now, I want you guys to understand, because this is something that's big to me, because this is something I do. I'm so Neptunian in this area. If I have little morsels to go on, I have the hope of the world to persevere. I just need something initially that gives me a small morsel of hope, right? A teeny morsel of hope. And then I go with it and I run with it full blast. And that's what most of us do. That's why so many of our relationships are based on complete delusion, right? Because, during the love bombing phase and during the initial phase of it, during the high of the infatuation phase of it, we hold on to that. And so we go through years of torture because we want that high back. We want that energetic buzz back. We want that euphoric feeling of that initial innocent love back. And so I think that's today. That's the initial high. That's the energetic buzz. That's the euphoric feeling of living in the moment, present, and you're feeling victorious. You're feeling like a small victory is better than no victory, and you are very childlike. This is a very, very pleasure-seeking energy. You know, Venus in retrograde is very on board with your emotions, so it's feeding you something. I want to say that this is something to do with your past. So it could be past friendships, past partnerships, past. It could be that you have a really good conversation with somebody that gives you hope, and that morsel of hope is, yes, I want to say that there is some delusion that's associated with it. Absolutely. You know, but we're talking about living in the moment. If you live in just the moment, there's the delusion of that moment. So when I go hiking, there's the delusion that I'm the only one who's hiked that path, even though it is, because it's a moment of discovery for me internally, just for me. I've never been on this path before, so it is like I am Lewis and Clark on the road of discovery. Now, granted, this is a path that's been, you know, maintained by our Parks and Recreational Services. And so it's not just my moment, but it is in my head. It's very real in my world. So I think that that's what you're going to be feeling. It's a small victory, but it's a victory that feeds your ego and makes you boastful and adds some hope to a situation that at times can be hopeless. Right? You know, reality can make you feel hopeless. But every once in a while we get a day like this where we're just sitting there and we see potential and we are looking out over our kingdom, our world that we are creating, our universe, and there's potential there. And that is a really big thing to have in your life. Now, you know what? This makes you feel like you want to give back because it's such a pleasurable feeling. So you're going to be feeling very lovey and passionate, and you're going to be feeling quite romantic. Very, very romantic. This is the highest form of this vibration. So many of you are going to be kind of a little bit sparkled. There's a little bit of passion going on for you. And this doesn't have to be a passion for a relationship. It could be a passion for life. It could be a passion for enduring. It could be a passion for family, love, children. It could be a passion for definitely children. Children could really plug you in if you are on the holiday weekend and you are around nieces, nephews, grandkids, or if you are around just your own children. This could really be a time when there's just such a deep appreciation for the love of your kids, you know. This could be some really good news actually in that area. It could be some, you know, this could almost be some good news in the fact that there might be a child on the way for some of you, and there's the hope of changing everything and turning life around based on that there could be a child coming, or that you guys are having conversations about having children. There's a lot that goes on. This is about planting your seeds and having them harvest. This is about being pride. This is about having pride and moving forward. And this is about getting lost in your child innocence again and getting plugged back into what I feel some of you may have, you know, been feeling like you've lost a bit lately. So of course the Saturn in Scorpio is sextiling this North Node in Libra. So this is mentally, you're having no obstacles right now, right? Now, to get the most out of energy, what you need to do is focus on sextiles. Nothing but sextiles. Now, granted, it's good to be aware of quincunxes and squares. So if sometimes when I get ego-based and I'm pissy, right? Say I'm sitting around waiting for my son to get out of work and I'm bored. That's Aryan. That's very Aryan, and I'm very ego-oriented, and I just got things to do, and it's taking my time, and I'm squaring out, right? I'm quincunxing out. Like, this is very all about me and not about meeting the needs of others, plus meeting my needs. You know, when I go pick up my son, and I have a ton of editing to do, and I just worked a 10-hour day, like, that can be frustrating for me, but the bigger purpose is I'm there for my son, right? And that I get to see him when he comes home, and I get to hear about his day. So whenever I start to do that, I'm like, oh, Aryan moment, that is my lower vibration of that energy. And I'm not talking, I want to specify over and over again, Aries energy is not all negative. But when it is squaring and in a quincunx, I pay attention, because I have an Aries moon, I pay attention to the lower vibrations of Aries energy. And so if I get impatient or I get self-oriented, then I say, oh, that was the lower vibration of that energy. The higher vibration of Aries energy is I'm protecting my kid, I'm bringing him home, I'm listening to his day, you know, I'm doing all the positive Aries energy stuff. So, you know, and the reason I bring this up is because Uranus in Aries is going to be sextiling the snot out of the moon in Gemini. So this means you are stimulated, you are energized, you are appreciating everything, you're feeling so much love that you just can't wait to shed it to everybody. And on top of that, you are entirely overly optimistic. Something really cool could happen that gives you hope. And it could be peer related. It could be acceptance through peers. It could be accepted through a loved one. Absolutely. There could be an opportunity that you thought that you had lost in love that is just now turning around. Now, granted, these things are things that you're going to have to work through. This is just a day, but it is a day filled with an optimism that there is a different outcome than your present that was yesterday, right? Present that was yesterday, your present that was there yesterday is that you weren't as stimulated. You weren't, there were so many opportunities you didn't know which way to go. But today, it is more about progressing, moving forward, and getting secure in that energy. So, the only thing that I have to say is that love is just unexpectedly easy today. So if you were to really put yourself out there and go have a good time, you may find a love connection. Or if somebody asks you to go do something, absolutely effing go do it. And I cannot emphasize it enough. Get your cute butt out of the house. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care if you're emotionally going through some loss, blah, blah, blah. Like, get up, get out there, and go be an opportunistic person, because there is so much energy in just that moment of filling your cups, of feeling like you are getting somewhere in your life. There is a small triumph that could happen today. It is from a very unexpected source. So there's no sense to deny opportunity at this point. Not one. If somebody asks you to do something and your brain goes no, immediately say yes. Do it. I mean it. You know, I know you want to stay in and you want to process your life because you're so deep, but freaking why? We don't have to process our fracking lives every minute of our life. Like, sometimes it's just about going and having a freaking Gemini moment and just flying by the seat of your pants and just doing whatever the hell everybody else wants to do. And it shows you, it knocks you out of your routine. It shows you a new way of thinking. So do not forget to accept every opportunity that you have today at happiness. Because you are going to be surprised and amazed on just how stimulating this day actually turned out to be. Thank you guys so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I will talk to you guys again tomorrow.